Would you really say that Raw has produced exceptional results to merit a contract extension?
I wouldn't use the word exceptional. He's done well. He's done very well. His mandate when he took over was to qualify for both the AFCON and the World Cup, and he did both rather easily. So you cannot fault him on meeting the mandate given to him at the time. Having said that, he was, I wouldn't say it's not his fault. Qualifying for AFCON became a bit easier when it is 24 countries qualifying, and there are only 52 or 53 countries in Africa. So basically half of Africa was allowed to play at the AFCON.
Okay, but Ross' disposition to home-based players has been called to question over the years, and with the NFF now making it compulsory for him to look inward at local talents, what's your view on Ross' position?
I have to be very clear in this matter, and I think a lot of the times I've been misunderstood. First, in all years of following football, I absolutely abhor management, federation, and club chairman getting involved in telling a coach what to do and what not to do. So on that score, I would never back the NFF on this. Raw's mandate is to produce results. Raw is not supposed to groom players. The Super Eagles manager or coach, his mandate is not to groom players. His mandate is not to improve players. Nope. His mandate is to win matches for the Super Eagles. How he goes about getting the players that will get him these results are totally his responsibility. Nobody should tell him what to do at all in this matter. Having said that, it does not stop people like you and I and journalists and people in the streets to have their opinion, their views on who should play for Nigeria, or who should be in the squad, or who should call to camp. Which nothing stops us from having those views. However, our views really in the long run, our views don't count. The only person that counts is Raw and his backroom staff. Speaking of his backroom staff, last night, I got a call from one of his backroom staff, and we were discussing this whole home-based players and foreign-based players. He broke a lot of things down for me, which some of them I knew about, some I didn't know, and I understood much better the limitations that the backroom staff of the Super Eagles have to work with. However, I then also told him why it looks like I am campaigning for NPFL players. That is not really what I do. What I am saying is that for every footballer, every young footballer that plays in Nigeria between the ages of 20 to 25, official or unofficial ages, once they're within that bracket, forgive me by using that bit, once they're in that bracket, they have got to find something. They have to aspire to represent Nigeria. It is something that is innate in every professional sportsman, in every professional athlete. You have to aspire to represent your country. But the way it is being presented at the moment, it seems like none of these people should aspire to that. And that is what I consider not fair. And when I said that to him, he also said that I have made a point that they had never looked at before. That when you see a sportsman is gone if he has nothing to aspire to. So it means that all that these players have to aspire to is, first and foremost, they have to aspire to go abroad. That if they don't go abroad, they can't get a chance. Nigeria. That's not right. That is not fair. Every society has to work on fairness. And that is something I found out that and I just we don't even look at. That players have to. I told the guy last night, I said, Nigeria had a vital World Cup qualifier in 1993 against Cote d'Ivoire in Lagos. The person who captained Nigeria that afternoon, was playing for Bender United, Ben Irohan. The person who played right back for Nigeria that day was Abdul Sule. He was playing for Stars. So what that did to everybody in the league was that, see, if I play well enough, no matter how many players come from abroad, I will be able to play for the national.